Let's go to Kelowna.
Kelowna. It's already pretty busy,
Yeah.
This June, Dong and I went to visit our friends Marcus and Lara in Kelowna. It was my first time visiting them in the city. I had no idea what to expect. An Uber, bus ride, and 5-hour flight later, we finally landed, and the anticipation that was building for this trip had reached its peak. I hope this video inspires you to reach out to an old friend and maybe even plan your own trip to Kelowna. This is the story of the highlight of our summer. We kick things off with a slow morning exploring the city.
So funny. And then I was dying, and then you were like actually kind of hurt.
Oh no.
You were going through like a gate. You don't remember?
I don't remember this. It's
I watched you like every day. I think of you every
You know those like compilations of people who like fall and just like hit themselves in the balls or whatever? Like I don't usually love that, but this sounds kind of
If
jokes.
it's Dong, you go,
You guys be friends? Nice.
That's that Brazilian. Oh, did you take 3?
Thank you.
You think it's garbage? The basic.
Oh, it has a strap too.
Yeah.
Get the ring. Get the ring.
Get the ring! No, this is the real ring.
Size 11. Size 11.
Alright, and then let's see. Oh yeah.
Gentle stream.
We've relieved the obstruction.
Thank you so much for having us. Cheers. Cheers.
We put a nice walk around Bernard. We did this area.
Watermelon Kush. Shout out Shoreline Brewery. Right by Gyro Beach.
But the key flavor is a local brewery along this beautiful beach, but the watermelon, they sold high, but they delivered. It's natural flavor, and it's like juice, but not too sweet. It's the perfect, refreshing light beer.
Support local, and this is a great local place,
Yo.
including in the Okanagan. We like to drink a lot of local beer. There's so many great like breweries and distilleries and good options around here that like not even just BC, but specifically Okanagan. So this is literally brewed like a couple minutes from here.
Cheers. pretty here. Oh, we're barely upstairs yet. This is beautiful. So, thoughts on straddling this? Okay, actually, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to. Mr. I forgot my glasses at home. Did you bring them out?
Oh, I actually had them out. Fuck. Did I lose them at the cafe?
Oh no, there's no way.
These are my nice ones. Oh no, it's here. All scared. Sorry. See, if I was wearing the Patagonia pockets.
Now we can make jokes, and the viewers should know.
But these pockets have zippers, so it's actually, it was my fault, not the design of my aloe shorts.
Yo, the point
Sponsor
is,
me.
the most important thing is Dom constantly criticizes Diane for forgetting things. Last night at dinner, she forgot her purse for a second, and he treated her like she was 6 years old.
It's true.
And now,
No, but I
Dom,
recognize
wait, do you have your phone on you?
I do.
Do you have your wallet?
I don't, but she has my
Let me
glasses.
see your wallet.
Yeah, let me see your wallet.
The thing is, I recognize, the difference is I recognize
she
her last night
recognizes too. You just, we don't shame her.
No, it's shame-based
Yeah.
learning.
You're not getting
Shame-based
shamed
learning?
the way that-
Excuse me?
I'm kidding.
Okay,
But
that's
aloe,
what he stands for, guys.
Dom,
You heard it here
I got
the
first.
matching set.
You heard it here
Form.
Hugo
first.
Boss, if you sponsor him, he will lose your
Sponsor me.
sunglasses. Do not do it.
Are they breeding the So that was a pretty solid show with a good message.
Adopt before you shop, guys.
Adopt before you shop, and really you got to know the pets and whether they're feasible for pet ownership before you commit, because it's a big responsibility you shouldn't take lightly. In terms of the coolest animals we saw, it's probably, I thought, the tortoise. Spur something? The key was that it was really cool. We saw a small guy that was about 9 years old, 30 pounds, but they can live up to 150 years and get up to 200 pounds and 75 centimeters tall.
Pretty epic.
And the other fact that I found even more cool was that I think it was like they only need water every 3 months and food every 6 months.
Yeah.
And apparently they can also eat rocks. So just very resilient animals. And they have because of all these, they have no natural predators. So once they become adults. So really cool animals. Wow, you really feel it.
Whoa, how does it feel, Dom?
It's really cool. Whoa. Honestly, very comfortable. Very cool. Diane, look up.
It's so soft.
Great. Thanks again, Logan. This was crazy. Yeah, very cool. This is probably the most beautiful bird I've ever seen.
There we go. Another superlative.
Yeah.
So like, these colors are so vibrant. Is this Bendy or Robert?
This is Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Wow.
What's up, buddy?
So why is it called a sugar glider? We saw the gliding, but why sugar?
Village Sugar.
Okay, all right.
It's a super creative name.
Okay.
But yeah, Village Sugar is what they do for food. They'll chew it up to a pulp, or just eat the fleshy stuff.
Yes.
And then they'll suck all the juice out.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, sorry.
Look at that roof, buddy.
Okay, I'm getting the selfie shot here. Okay. I'm gonna get him to jump. All right. It's the aloe. Gonna see one. Oh, whoa! That was a good glide. Good glide.
Capybara, kangaroo, or wallaby?
I don't know what I like. I think kangaroo is like, growing up, like that was always such a classic animal. Like I just associated that with Australia, with like the hopping, with the little baby Joey, with the boxing that I've seen some YouTube videos of. So that was probably the coolest for me, but the capybara is pretty regal looking and very chill. The largest rat, or rodent, species. And the wallaby, I actually learned wallaby is actually one of the 6 types of kangaroo.
Yeah, there you go.
Wallaby is no less than a red kangaroo in terms of they're both kangaroos.
Yeah.
It's just a type of kangaroo.
Cool.
And one of the 6 types is called a wallaroo. And
Yeah.
They can also be albino, and I learned that they can live up to like their kind of teens, 20. So it's pretty cool. Big plug to our guy Adam Skalza. He does all these nature photography. He's born and raised in the Okanagan area, and for half the year he's out in like the wild, up to like weeks to months at a time, usually by himself. But he also does he has a Lynx wildlife photography tour apparently for a week or two, and he takes all these great nature photography and he sells those as prints. So we picked up some. Here we got like a really cute Pika, like Pikachu that Diane liked, that was cute. I got the bison, it's got all the smoke. It wants the smoke. It's actually, I learned it's a wood bison, so I was thinking about bisons on plains, but this guy is actually in the woods. He got forest bison as well, which is this one from northern BC. And this guy knows so much and is such a nice guy to share.
What was the question you wish you asked them?
Because the wolves obviously travel in packs, wolf pack. But that saying, there's also, I've heard the saying lone wolf. So like, where does that happen? Is that the one guy that's like super strong? Is that the alpha that like is going around and like mating with the packs? Or is that the one that's weak or, subjugate, like the tribe, the pack doesn't like them and they go out their own because they have to.
Do you see yourself more as a lone wolf or a pack animal?
Good question.
I would say I do both. So,
Explain your thinking there.
I can I'm comfortable being by myself, and sometimes I like that and need that, but other times, I really enjoy the company of others, and I feel like I can also work with others and collaborate with others. So, I think there's always 2 ends of the spectrum is what we were talking about, and I'm probably more in the middle. Our friends in Kelowna have just been taking us to some of the best food spots in town. Rocket subs, this one. We had to wait maybe half an hour today for the subs. It can get as long as an hour and a half.
The sub was so good that Dong, after his first bite, went upstairs to get the camera to speak to you guys because he takes his job seriously as a assistant content creator.
Yeah. Here, let me get a better shot of the veggie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Italian veggie with the nice fresh mutts.
Yeah.
This is the meatball one. So today it was just a special. The freshness of the meatball, the arugula, that's what stood out to me. Such a hearty bite, the flavor. Honestly, it really came together. I'm not easily impressed by subs. I don't even like subs, but this was absolutely fire. So, yeah.
First one is called Quails Gate, which is not the most luxurious one in the Okanagan, but it's the most luxurious that we're going to. But we like it because their wine is probably second to none in our preference, number 1 wine. The Frind one, our second one, that's where the controversy starts.
Ooh, controversy.
Because we love that one. The wine snobs and I say that lovingly, do not like Frind because their wine is apparently lower quality. I cannot taste the difference. I really like their wine. The way they talk about their owner, Marcus Frind, it's a bit of like reverence, like a little bit like biblical. It's a little bit much.
Have you seen Severance? Where they like worship the main guy? It's
exactly.
kind of like that? Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, no wine stops in here. We'll see.
No, we are the opposite. And
Exactly.
also really good food at Frind. So I booked this a little bit longer there because it might be a nice place to get a snack. They've got like cool like German stuff, like Bavarian pretzels.
Yum.
And also really good wood-fired pizza if we have time for that and if we're hungry.
Sounds amazing.
And then the third one is called the Hatch,
Hatch.
which is it's one of like 4 wineries owned by this guy named Jason Parks. It's like of the Jason Parks fame, like he's a famous wine guy. And his whole brand is like, we make wine not pretentious. So they really talk down. Well, they talk at your level, but it feels sometimes like they're talking down to you. So I'm curious if you guys will see see whether that's the case.
Okay.
Where they're just like, oh, we're normal, we're chill, we don't really care. But I'm like, no, it's okay to be a little bit, to care about your product.
Yeah.
They do have really good wines here. We're crossing the bridge, the only bridge in across the Okanagan Lake in approximately
Wow, this is the one we
45
see on the
seconds.
beach, right?
In 5 seconds.
Yeah.
We're definitely keeping this in.
And it, yeah, it's really pretty. I bet there's gonna be a lot of boats on the water today.
Dude, this is. I'm curious, how much in general is it tasting at these places?
Man, it varies from free to $40-$50 a tasting.
Okay. Big range.
And they kind of get you. Well, I think it's mutually beneficial. They're not trying to hide the ball here, but they often waive the tasting fee if you buy a bottle.
Like, is it tasting a standard amount of alcohol? Like,
yeah, tasting. It's either 4 or 5 like mini. I don't know how to say it. It's like maybe 2 or 3 ounces.
and if you get 1 bottle, you get the same tasting for free. If you get 2 bottles,
Yeah.
you get the same tasting for free. You don't get double the tasting.
You don't get double the tasting.
Not based on quantity.
Yeah, unfortunately for Dom, where everything is a game of economics and cost benefit, wineries don't really look at that. They more look at enjoyment
Yes.
and
There we go.
vibe rather than
unnecessary slander.
economic. All right, we're entering Quails Gate.
All right.
Our first stop.
This is so pretty.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, in life, you gotta smell the flowers. I actually on my screensaver I was in Shinjin Park and I was smelling this flower, and you actually
put it on
captured that
screen.
photo.
Yeah,
And it was
great
on
photo.
my background. I think it was just a reminder, you know, be present, enjoy the present, you know?
Can you tell the folks why it's important to be present?
Because I think especially like, you know, myself and I think a lot of people, there's a lot of delayed gratification. You know, you're grinding, you're hustling, you're thinking of that eventual, like, you know, you've made it for yourself, your family, your friends. But you know, I don't know if that truly exists. And even if there's a point where relatively more things are kind of in that positive, made it, I still think like the journey is key, as cliched as it is. But I need to remind myself, right? That's why I put that photo there. So.
There we go.
But Dong, I
Smell
think
the
what the
flowers.
people
Philosopher.
really want to know is, will you start your own motivational speaking channel? And do you expect to have speaking engagements at some point? 'Cause there's so much wisdom.
I mean,
that people
hopefully.
want
So much wisdom to
yeah,
share,
I mean, I'm
truly.
trying to build my credibility, I guess, and it's something that I think would be meaningful work. I just don't know if I have the credibility for people to actually buy in, you know?
But you have the voice.
Thank you.
You have the degree. You have a degree.
Yes.
You have the stature. And as I noted earlier, you need a deep voice. That's why Dong's
Yeah.
voice drops at least 2
No,
octaves
no.
when the camera starts rolling. So I don't want all of you guys to be
That's
too excited
That's
by
slander.
his deep voice because
That's slander.
he has a camera voice, which is important.
Fallacious.
But it's also important to know it's not
Fallacious.
his normal voice.
Oh,
Delicious.
guys, you guys can start a podcast together. That'd be great. I would tune into that every episode.
I think that Dong would blow me away on the podcast with all his sage life advice.
I
I'll just
don't
be
know
sitting
about
there
that,
learning
Marcus.
the whole time.
You got a lot to share. You got a lot to share too.
Get a pano here, babe.
A pano.
But I was just like still like keeping responsible. Oh wow, this is really sweet. Really good.
The Viognier.
Is this the Viognier? This is better than the regular Viognier.
Yeah, so the Viognier is my favorite one here, period.
Oh, okay.
With the dessert one, you get like this extra like sweetness. It almost has like this honey type taste. The texture is it's like thick, and you can feel the thickness. And I don't know about you, but I can really taste like the peach and the pear and the sort of like
No, this
stone
is
fruits.
almost like a soft drink. You know what I mean? Like it's just really good. So why it's sweet is that it's similar to ice wine. So we're doing this like video project, but they caught me off guard. Let me run that tape back. Let me run that tape back.
Whenever you're ready, whenever you're
In front of
ready.
the professor here too. This is
Exactly.
like
It's a
I feel how I'm,
test. Yeah.
it's my, and I might.
It's okay if you mess it up. Try your best.
Yeah.
Alright.
You got
Okay.
this.
So we actually just learned why it was so sweet. We had that question, and that creates a similar effect, if you will. So that's why we learned a lot today, and
You got the nod of approval.
Cheers,
yeah,
guys.
thank you so much.
Spending a week in Kelowna and Revelstoke unlocked a new urge to move into the mountains and inspired me to invest in my friendships, both new and old. I didn't know what I'd find in Kelowna, but I left with new memories, deeper friendships, and a fresh perspective on connection. If you're lucky enough to have the opportunity to go visit friends in a different city, do it. Thanks for watching. A sneak peek of part 2 Revelstoke, coming soon.
Those feelings where you can't really describe it. There's a word for that. I forget.
How's the water?